Good good evening, guys and gals. Good evening. This is Spirit Journey. And yes, I'm in my room in bed and I have my phone set up on a stand, have my earphones on so the mic is closer to my face, my mouth, I should say. And yeah, it is November 7th, 2020, and the time, as you see, is 10:02 p.m. Yes, hello everyone. Good evening, good evening. Yeah, I want to do a live stream right now. Um, yeah, I want to share with you some interesting things that I saw. And I'm hoping that tomorrow I will um, upload the thing that I discovered. Yes, hello there. Hello. Yes, hello, Blitz. Yeah. Yes, hello, AD. Greetings, greetings. Thank you for both of you checking into the live stream, the chat room. I had a very interesting day. Um, it was pretty relaxing. I, um, I had a birthday on the 5th, and reading a book by David Goggins, and his book is giving me the motivation to get my butt up, get outside, get some exercise. And so I did leave my place early today. You're welcome. Happy belated birthday. Thank you. Thank you, AD. Yes, so, well, the evening, around midnight, on, like it would be December 6th, right, early morning, around midnight. So I I uh, I had wanted to see an orb a year ago on my birthday. I was watching some paranormal movies. The two movies were Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis, and the other was the movie Passengers. They're both actually very similar in the sense that both leading characters of the movies did not know that they were actually dead and how they discovered. And both of them were about becoming enlightened in the process. And so I was watching the movie, and I think it was at the movie Passengers when I had gotten a visitation from an orb. First time I ever saw an orb like that. It was a brilliant, pure white light the size of an orb. And so I've never seen it since, but I always thought about it. And I even bought books on orbs and angels and elementals and trying to understand what this phenomena was. And so my birthday was just 2 days ago on the 5th. And I was hoping I would see it. But, I didn't want to see them. Like, I thought if I watched those two movies again, that it would visit me. But I didn't want to do that. Um, I didn't want to get in a state like that. I enjoy both movies, but it gets me very emotional. And I didn't want that again. Um, so I just was just relaxing in the living room at the time, 2 days ago, and I kind of took a little nap, and I had a YouTube, I had YouTube playing in the background. So by this time, when I woke up, it was getting late. It was already dark in the room, and I said, let me just go to bed. But I'll get I have what's called a body cam. Yes, a body cam. And this body cam, what the cops use, this body cam can record in the dark. You can see things in the dark with it. So it's my understanding with like utilizes infrared light for you to see things in the dark. And my thought was, hey, I'll do maybe a meditation or, talk to the universe and have this body cam, you know, sh- um, it might, pointing at me and get in the background and see if anything appears. So I turned it on, put the infrared function on, and I began to just talk as I usually do, talk a lot to myself. And something came. Yeah, the room was dark, and there was two instances that these little orbs, yes, they were actual orbs, manifested. And it seemed to manifest when I was talking. Um, it manifested when I talked about a particular event that happened to me. Um, oh, when was it now? An incident at a restaurant that I experienced 2 years ago. And I think something else, I think about the racial climate that's happening. Both times, what was that? Oh, yeah, the restaurant and the racial thing. That when I began to talk about these things, that's when a whole slew of them, it came from up, like because the camera is shining on me, but as if it's moving upward, and it was like a flurry of them, and at time when it was like a flurry of them, they weren't as clear, and then once in a while, like two instances that the orb got really deep in color, was very pronounced and moving fast, and another one was moving slow. Like one of them actually, like it appeared above my head, about maybe 8 inches above my head, and moved away from me, and then shoots up real fast. Really, really interesting, I thought. And it got me thinking that orbs are real. Interesting. I see orange color spheres sitting in the sky. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Um, See, I was raised very not to believe in anything you can't see. And then I had a paradigm shift about 5 years ago, and I permitted myself to investigate things that are different. Um, I'm determined to understand this life of mine. Uh, I don't understand why that certain things that happened to me growing up, and then to find out, like here a year ago, my birthday, and I'm emotional because I'm watching a movie. I'm very sensitive. That's just my nature. I am a sensitive individual, and what was weird about it, that incident, is that I've seen that film many times, both of them. But this time, I took notice. I saw light reflecting off my cheek, and I said, "Why is this? Why is there light reflecting off my cheek? What's there?" So I just moved my eyes downward, and I see this thing. It was pure light, beautiful. So here, 2 days ago now, when I did the video using my body cam in the infrared position. The infrared allows you to videotape in darkness. There are things in this world that reside alongside you, and it's here. It can hear you. Orbs can hear you, or at least feel, your emotions or something. And the two instances that seem more pronounced, I mean, I didn't think I was very, I was just expressing myself as usual. So I was surprised. Oh, what was that now? Oh, I remember. Um, there were three instances. Okay, the third instance was about Q. Like on YouTube with the, what do you call it, conspiracy theories, and there's some database, and they say that Q, the letter Q, the 17th letter of the alphabet. I When I mention Q, that's when they came out too. Yeah, I kid you not. They just boom. They just, because I'm lying in bed. I have my covers on me because I'm gonna go to sleep. I wanted to just talk to the universe, whatever, and had my device on so it could see in the dark. And I was just saying whatever was on my mind. And when I mentioned the word Q, it lasted for maybe 60 seconds, this phenomena of flurries, and some of them were very pronounced. This all, and it was actually round in shape. And I said, "This is interesting." Very, very, yes. So was the when I mentioned the name Q, and about the incident at the restaurant that happened to me 2 years ago, and something of a racial nature. And they came. So it's letting me know that these things, these little round things, can hear, can manifest because of what you're saying. And why is it interested in what I'm saying? And who are they? And how is it that they were able to come so quickly? So I think this is what prayer is all about. You have people who, they go to church or something and they pray. Well, your prayers, or whatever what you want to call it, talking to the universe, whatever, they hear. And they can come very quickly, they can move slow, and they can also move fast. according to the video that I took. Yeah, some of them were like one even like um, moved towards my face. When I forget what I was actually mentioning at the time, but I was questioning something. Yeah, I think it could have been with the Q and its identity. Who are they? Something. I was questioning. Who are they? And what do they want? Yeah. Oh, that could have been the incident at the restaurant. I said, well, what do they want? Because I was talking about the secret space program and about O negative blood. And why, yeah, that's right. And I said, why would that bother you? And that's when they also came. It would be beautiful if there are the ancestors. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, that would be interesting, AD. Yeah, the world exists with orbs. They are real. And you may not be able to see them with your naked eye unless, I guess, they want to be seen. And then it disappears. Because I was in my room and just relaxing, and I didn't see anything. And then all of a sudden, um, you know, they exist. So they are here, even though you don't see them. And prayer brings them in. So um, I mean, this is really something. And like I think it's in the Bible or something, or something um, that when you're praying or something that like oh, with Santa Claus, they know when that they hear you, and they know when you're naughty or nice. They talk about the orbs. They are talking about the orbs. What could hear you but those light beings or entities? They hear. They respond to your vibrations, whatever. They do, evidently. And what they're um, listening for, I get the impression that they're coming, like some of them came in a cluster, according to the video that I did. And it seems like it's moving upwards. So something is below. Why is it coming from below me and moving up? It's not like one came from above my head, just above my head. But it's not like they're coming from the ceiling down, but they're coming from the bottom up. And I find that interesting. So are they coming from the ground and coming up? I don't know. I don't know. Um, yeah, it would be interesting if they're ancestors. And why so many? What are they, why are they interested in what I have to say? It's not like that, like they're just standing there and listening like you're talking to an audience. They're flying all around. So why aren't they like just staying in one spot? I mean, it's just thoughts that's coming through my mind now. Um, I find it very interesting. Yeah, they were small. I want to understand this more. I just find the whole thing fascinating. I mean, I was raised very traditional. If you can't see it, it doesn't exist. And then to find out, to have a personal experience. See, religion was just a belief system, but it had no validity because it's something I didn't experience anything per se. You have so many people who go to church or pray, 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 and nothing. No, 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 no transformation. I don't want to have a belief. I want to know. I want to be in the know. I don't want to just believe in anything. I want facts. I want an experience. I want to know. So I can say, yes, I know that to be true because I saw it or I experienced it. That's what life is about. So I saw something 2 years ago, as clear could be. It was so ultra sharp, clear. You saw each little ray coming out from the light. And what I gather is that in the very, very center of it is the light. And then the rays come out of it. Like we have street lights. And sometimes when you look at a street light, you see like the little rays coming out from it. And that's because the center of it is the essence of the light, and then it radiates. That the source of it is just a small little fragment. And then the rays come out of it. It was just beautiful, man. I watched a video before where a man's father passed away, and okay, after a few videos, okay. Oh, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, the unseen world is real. And I think the unseen real is more populated than this physical realm. Yeah, it is real. It is real, folks. The invisible world, we're not able to see it at times because we don't have the eyes to see, you know. Uh, but infrared helps you see it. It's not magic, it's just technology. Infrared is a different frequency, and you have things that reside in that are visible in the infrared spectrum of light. There's white light that allows us to see the physical realm, but there's other things in other realms. And so I proved 2 days ago that there are beings in the form of orbs that become visible in the infrared light. There's also uh, ultraviolet light as well. There is ultraviolet light, and I do have this other camera that does videotape in infrared. I mean, yeah, it has an attachment. The attachment has the white light, infrared, and ultraviolet light. But I haven't used it in a while. Um, and this camcorder that I bought over the summer this year, um, it goes on for 10 hours. Yeah, 10 freaking hours. So you can actually fall asleep, have at least a good 7, 8 hours, and you can have the device on. And I found out also that like there's a plug. My grandmother had told me about a white light that came to her closet before I was young, but I think, okay, okay, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Yeah, I thought See, what I'm thinking now with the orb that came on my birthday last year, and that I was in an emotional state. Again, it was my birthday. And I felt the thing knew me. It seemed like it, I mean, it's really weird to say. How could a light have a personality? It had a very gentle spirit about it, if that makes sense. And I felt that it was someone that knew me. And that's why it wanted to come. It allowed me to see for a few seconds and it left. Yes, it's energy, exactly. What else I'm thinking is that because I was in an emotional state, I have a feeling that more than one orb was around at the time. If I had my device on during that time, you probably would have seen a series of them because I was in a very emotional state. And just like what I videotaped 2 nights ago, uh, on three separate moments during the video, that's when the clusters came. So um, I think certain information excites them. So what else would excite them? High emotional states, right? So I mean, it's really compelling. And that one wanted me to see it. It was like an inch away from my cheek, my left cheek. And then when I saw the light reflecting off my cheek, I looked down and it moved real slow across my cheek, past my nose, and when it was an inch away from my nose, it just vanished. Hopefully they came to comfort you. Yeah, there was a state of compassion to it. Yeah. I sensed that it was something it wasn't to frighten me, whatever. And I was just amazed at it. I wasn't afraid at all. Not at all. Because it had a gentleness about it. So it didn't bother me at all. It was absolutely beautiful. So I think if they really want to be seen, they can do it. Uh, and then I think I think the things that I saw 2 nights ago, um, because I wanted to see the orb. That's why I did the video in infrared, because I knew I was going to pray or, do some talk. And I wanted the little orb to come, the one that I saw last year. So I was prepared to show it to have it on the video. But nothing came to my visual eye. I didn't see the same manifestation. But interesting enough, for the past 2 weeks, though, before my birthday, I felt like there was something fluttering past my eye, mostly my left eye. Interesting, it's the left side. That was the same side that the orb that came last year was right by. But yeah, it was going like fast movement. But yet when I turn my head, I don't see it. That's wonderful. It helps to know that even when we feel alone, we're not exactly, AD. And I think that's also why I'm sharing this, because someone could be physically alone. You're never alone. You're never alone. Never. So you're upset at something, you know, um, you're always being heard. I don't know how this world works with the physical realm and then the realm that is manifested in the infrared light, um, how is it able to navigate and what like I'm thinking, you know, how do they, I mean, where are they staying now? You know what I mean? They have to be staying somewhere. How and where do they come? Where are they coming from when they come? And why do they come? Are these things like spies? You know, like you have what they call familiar spirits. And these familiar spirits could be sent to you from somebody. But I don't think it was something being sent to me by somebody else, but that they can hear my conversation energetically. It came when I mentioned Q. So people, this is really interesting. What's being discussed by Q is a force behind it. And that's why they came. I mean, I'm speculating, but it was a whole flurry and they came instantaneous when I mentioned just the name Q. And I was saying, I don't care what they call it or what letter of the alphabet it is. Um, so what? you know? I mean, I don't really follow Q. I've heard of it, and I watched a video last week about it, that someone who made mention about it, and how I feel that if someone doesn't want to be seen, so why even talk? Q's not letting themselves know who they are, so why should you listen to them? But when I mentioned the name Q, all those little orbs came out. Yep, it was a flurry of them. And I think one or two got really pronounced in density, while the mass majority was look almost more like a shadow like. Yeah. So um, people, people who are listening right now, I encourage you to read up on Q, which is the 17th letter of our alphabet. There is something about Q, and that's why they came. They came because of the subject, about that. And what is Q about? Something about the human trafficking, to my understanding. I think they said human trafficking and the sex trade. What else now? Oh, I forget. That's all I know. Does anyone else know about the significance of Q? Yeah, and they call the people who follow Q conspiracy theorists. It just means it just is telling me that there's something real about it. There is something real about Q because when I mentioned it, instantaneously a whole flurry of orbs came and moved upwards. Yeah, they were like bloop bloop. Just it was just weird. Oh dear. No, this is the first I'm hearing about it. Yeah. Okay, AD. Yeah, there's something on the internet about the letter Q. It's supposed to represent something uh, historically and common. I mean, the present day. But it's all about two factions, so called good and bad, and the fight and the power between them. and like some people call it the cabal, and that fi- um, they're trying to get a dominance over the other, and they're doing a lot of evil things upon children. You know, yeah, they kidnapping. They just evil, a lot of evilness. So, I mean, I'm not into all that. I mean, I just started hearing about Q. I mean, it could have been maybe last year, but I felt, well, what do I care about it? So it's because how could you validate what someone is saying when someone wants to hide their identity, but yet they claim that they have all this information? I don't, I don't hold them serious. I don't take them serious because the fact that you can't substantiate their source or anything. Um, but they say that Trump is, yeah, but they say that Trump is something about Trump, President Trump, and Q, something that there's a link between them. And then you have some people in what they call the Q movement. It has to do with I'm sorry, John F. Kennedy Jr. Again, I don't know how true that is, but some people think that John F. Kennedy Jr., he would have been maybe 60 years of age, but he died in 1999 in a plane crash. I mean, in a plane crash that he was riding. Um, I don't know how true that is. I mean, they said that he died. If he didn't, why, his sister was, upset, and they said that the photo, because they said they found the body and that they're not going to give any photos. When autopsies are done, um, they said that they had the files sealed. Okay, now that's all I know about it. But now they're saying, oh, my screen froze. I see. Yeah, my screen just froze. There's something wrong with my phone, or maybe, it just started. So you notice I mentioned JFK Jr., and then the phone, it froze, the screen. Sorry about that. That's been happening a lot now for the past, I would say, 2 weeks. But anyway, I hope you guys could still hear me. If you could hear me, just you could just type a one that you can hear me. Yeah, please let me know. So yes, okay, great. Thank you, AD. Thank you so much. Yes, I saw your message. So if JFK Jr. is actually alive, because that's the whole thing. Also, some people say that Q is JFK Jr. and some are hoping that he will become president. I mean, you really have people who believe that. Yep, I found a YouTuber last week that is a lover of JFK Jr. and something about him and Q. Yeah, and this other researcher, another black researcher, he was also commenting on Q and JFK Jr. that the person that he's talking to s- um, asked him what his thoughts about JFK Jr. Do you think he's dead? And He said no. He believes that he's alive and that President Trump gave a clue that JFK Jr. is actually alive because he said in the video, "Oh yes, he's a very nice. He was a he that I think he knows him and that he is a good person." So he made it in the positive, like he's not dead. I just took it that he's thinking in the positive, that he'll always be a good person. But other people read it as, oh, he's giving a clue that he didn't really die. And that's why he can say that he is rather than he was. So I think it's wishful thinking. And again, this cue, if you want to be taken seriously, you should come forward. Let people know who you are and let people ask you questions. you know so it's like hoarding information. You want people to know about something, write a book. Get the information out. So it is what it is. And so there are a lot of things I see in life that are hidden. But just because something is hidden doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. And there are going to be times when they manifest. Think of it like a virus. It might be dormant, it's still there, but it's dormant. And then it gets activated during stress. And in the case of orbs, it seems like certain words make them manifest. And you know what else? Yeah, it was a couple of years ago. It could have been maybe 3 years ago. I used my other camera that does record in darkness. I have to look at it again because see, I did that one in my living room, and I think it was during this summer, and I remember there were like a lot of little things moving about. I said, man, like when I looked at it, um, I just thought it was just a moth. What do you call it? What do you call it? Mosquitoes? But I said, man, I mean, that's a lot of them. And I look around my room, but I don't see any mosquitoes. Why the windows were closed. I said, where are they coming from? So this video that I did 2 days ago, there wasn't mosquitoes. Those were orbs, probably. Yeah, because I was filming into infrared light. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. It's very, very interesting. So when you pray and everything, you're being listened to. You are never really alone. I mean, they're not here every second because with the video that I did, they weren't always present, and it's just they come. I think certain subjects. It can hear. It can hear. So what was I gonna say now? Yeah. So what I want to do, um, I know I want to try to get up early tomorrow and bring me and my dogs out. I'm going to get my camera, my body cam camera. I want to go to the park, Central Park, and I'm going to put it on infrared. Yep. I want to put it on infrared and have a discussion and see what orbs appear. Yeah, I would imagine in a park, in a natural park, you should see something. Yeah, I want to try it. I want to try that. And then also, the next thing I want to do, um, the video that I took 2 nights ago, I'm going to upload those. Yeah, yeah. I knew I wanted to talk about it today because I'm excited because I was watching it and I saw them. It was round. Yeah, there was no doubt what I saw. And so I want to try to upload the videos. I'm not going to play the whole video. I'll just take out the part. I mean, maybe I should. I don't know. Um, yeah, I was lying in bed. I have the covers on me, and I'm just talking. And it looks weird because it's an infrared lighting. So infrared lighting makes you look really pale, makes you look funny looking. Yeah. So it just colors everything, infrared light. But yeah, and I think I might do like a filter. Like I can have like two versions. The unadjusted version, just as is, and then a comparison one using a filter to enhance the intensity of what the orbs look like so you can really see it. I think I want to do that. Some people they're able to like zoom in on an orb and sometimes you can see faces in them or something. That's what I'm hoping that I'll be able to see stuff inside. Then I also need to be able to go in slow motion because some of them move so fast, you know? So if something could be slowed down and so you can see the details in them, yeah, I'm really excited about it. I'm really glad that I actually got it on the infrared camera. So that's my plan. I want to upload it for you guys because again, today I'm discussing what I viewed uh, a couple of hours ago today. But it's too late for me to do it now, so I can maybe do it tomorrow to upload it. The video with the orbs, and so you're prepared for it. You can take a look at it and you can manipulate it what you want and do your own investigation what these things are. Yeah. And I encourage you guys as well. See, anybody can do this. You got an infrared camera, um, and if you can't get one, like some electronic stores, like those big cameras, they're illegal to get. In fact, like I went to an electronics store and they said we cannot sell to you because we have to get this. They said to me that we have to send documentation on anyone who purchases this type of camera, and we're only permitted by the authorities to sell to people who are in law enforcement. Could you believe that, people? A camera that can do infrared, that then that it's illegal to sell it to regular people. How is that? Is that constitutional? No, it's not. So there are other devices you can film that has infrared, and that is the body cam. Get a body cam. The body cams, I mean, they could, the one I have could videotape for 10 hours. Now I do have a, what do you call it, a camcorder that could film, um, that could see in the dark. But it turns itself off. It can't like videotape for long periods of time. Yeah. So that's also why I don't use it so much, you know. But the camcorder, man, it's 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 really interesting. What else I want to do? Yeah, it's just a small world, and I'm really interested in seeing. Um, like I was told, like with paranormal, what they call elementals. These are beings that reside in the invisible realm, like the infrared realm or whatever. Um, they're supposed to be really shy, and they come out at dawn or dusk because that's like the veil, the in between light and dark. And that's the window period where I was told that they can manifest. So I'm wondering, hey, if I get leave my place early enough, I have my camcorder on, filming in infrared light, and I'll talk out loud, um, and invite them to show themselves on my camera. Do it. Yeah, and I also like at dark time, when it gets dark, I want to take my this camcorder and film at dark outside. And I speculate that certain areas, areas where it seems kind of intense or a lot of things seem to happen, I bet they have orbs or something um, there that resides there. Some um, invisible entities feed off of your energy. Yep, that's what I heard. Some things feed off of you. So you notice in certain places where you have a lot of fighting and bloodshed, they come out and they come out to feed. That's why you have all those riots happening in those big cities. Because, see, I think they like black people or they come around because we're very emotional people. And so they're feeding off of our energy. I mean, I know it sounds very bizarre, but you just look. Why are they doing that? Because they know that they can get a rise out of us. So stay calm, people. That's what that's saying. Stay calm. Stay calm. Stay in control. Control your behavior. Control your mind. Control your thoughts. Yeah. Live a clean life also. Um, yeah, I think if you live a so-called clean life, that reminds me of Ghostbusters. Yeah, yeah, you have a point about that. Yeah, because they come out and they've always been there. They've always been there, but they'll manifest when certain things occur. War, wartime. I have a feeling natural disasters. When those things start to occur, get out your infrared camera and start taking pictures, honey. Start it. This, see, you have the power in your hands, people. You have the power in your hand to be your own scientist and to prove for yourself, hey, is this a real phenomenon? And watch them appear. I'm going to have to get one. Yeah. It was only like $100 something. Like $100 something. I mean, 100 something is 100 something, but for you to be able to record for 10 hours straight and film at nighttime, and it's something that you can wear and attach to your clothes and walk around. Or you can get a stand and have it on the stand. Let's say you want to do some prayers. Let's say you want to talk to your ancestors or your relative who passed away that you know, or let's say a parent or a sibling. Get the camcorder, set up for infrared videotaping, and start recording. And turn off the lights and start praying or talking, whatever. And I bet they'll appear. I think I'm going to do that. Something like that. Yeah. And then you'll know what that orb, like if you see that orb again, then, and if you've seen them before, let's say you're praying to your deceased parent, and then it manifests in the video, and get a close look of what it looked like. And if you in the future you see it again, you know it's that relative. Hello? Hello? Yep. You understand what I'm talking about? You understand? Yeah. You are the scientist. You try it. You try it. Yeah. Let's say you want to do a prayer session. Or let's say you want to get a candle. You get a candle. You turn off the light. You put a candle on, you know, and you pray or talk, like a focus, as a focus. Have the camera set up on a stand somewhere nearby, showing you and the candle, and see if any orbs come out of the. Oh, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. See if anything comes out of that candle or any other portal. See, it's telling me that that they might be coming out from a portal. Something is happening. Yeah. I mean, these are experiments that you can do at your own leisure. Especially now with this COVID, no one wants to go outside. You can just stay in. Hey, do a video. Talk to your friend. Have it on. Yeah. And, ask for information. Hey, could you tell me about X, Y, and Z? Is it safe to do this? I'm thinking engage in it. If it's safe for you to do so, try it. If it doesn't agree with you, then don't do it. It's not time. But yeah, I think I'm going to be doing that. Yep. I think I want to do that. Maybe I can get up early, do a meditation session um, at this particular room in my place. And, yeah, I think I'm going to try this. Yeah, I could possibly do this. Yeah, I'm in a state of knowing. I want to know. I want to know. Yeah, numerology. I told you a couple of nights ago, um, and it's free too. They have like a database. I mean, not dab. Like it's a type of calculator of numbers. You have things that could, like, you give a birthday. Let's say if you want to know how many hours or days or months or years, um, from this one event to another event, because you want to see, is there anything numerically significant about that event and when that event happened. Like someone mentioned about Trump, that when he got inaugurated 4 years ago, numerically, it was a significant date. All the numbers were seven for him. He was 70 years old, um, 70, was it 70 years old, 7 months, um, like 7 weeks, everything was seven. And I said, BS, that is real BS. So I went on the internet, typed in, number calculator, something like that. I forget what it's called. And then um, I keyed in his birth date, and then I keyed in when he was inaugurated, the date, and I saw it for myself. Yeah, whether you like him or not, this person's in that position for a reason. It blew my mind. I had to see it for myself because a lot of people make up stories. But when you have a computer, go on your computer. Um, it's like it's a numerology type of thing. It can calculate different dates. Or let's say your name. Let's say you want to know numerically um, what your name, what number your name is. To calculate the number of your name. You can do that. I wish I could remember that thing that calculates um, events. You put in a date, and it calculate how many weeks, how many years, how many seconds. It's a way of seeing patterns in your life. Patterns. It's significant. Yeah. Oh, you know what else? I could do a number thing like the day I moved into my apartment, this place here. It was on 333, and I just thought it was interesting. I think I want to calculate, let's say, from the time I was born to my entering that apartment, and see if anything that is like all the same numbers. So I'm telling you people that there are patterns that can happen in one's life, and it's not just by accident that it was ordained for that event. And it happened because it was meant to happen at that time. Yeah, try it, people. This is about knowing, experiencing for yourself rather than people telling you something that they cannot verify. It's important now because, see, this is the age of people wanting to deceive others. They're deceiving people about the virus. It's all a game. Yes, there are people who are sick and there are people who are dying. Yes, I had relatives that died from the alleged COVID, but co-modalities and fear can kill people. Yes. So, yeah, this is an interesting world where interesting things that are happening, and you think it's all by chance. It's not. There are things that govern what happens in your life. Could be good or bad. And it's outside our control. It happens because it's like things are all happening at once, but they're things that govern this physical realm. There are things that are listening to us. That's where all these mythology things come from. But like the Santa Claus and it knows when you're naughty or nice because of those things are always around and listening to what you say. Yeah, very much so. So, yeah, I see that I've been on here for a while, and I have to get up early tomorrow if I'm gonna, yeah, because I want to leave the house with my dogs to the park. Um, yeah, my logic also in my leaving early, because it's colder now, and people people on the street they might get up later. So I want to get my walk and have some fun early in the day to try to avoid certain people, you know, because that person tried to grab my dog, and I stayed indoors for a couple of days because of it. Yeah, so it's that's my reasoning. Get up early, um, go where you have to go, and then come back early, you know. And yeah, so I'll try to upload the video. Yeah, I saved the document on one of my computers, and so I have to transfer. Oh, brother, I have to move it to somewhere else. Oh, brother, I hope I can do it. Yeah, yeah, I'll be careful. Yeah, I want to be careful. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't want to go at any funky hour. But like the sun starts to come out, at sunrise, I want to be outside by sunrise, you know, and have my camera on, have it on, yep, and it just really warm, yeah. So that's what I like to do. So I know I present the different ideas, and these are things that you can try at your own leisure if it's comfortable for you to do. And if you do them, any of these suggestions, um, definitely contact me at my, in the comment section, um, and just let me know. Yeah, I mean, each one teach one. It's about getting information for yourself. This whole exercise is about for you to get in the know about what's going on in your life and what could be getting done upon you that you don't know about. So I thank you all for listening. I thank you. And yeah, until next time soon, and hopefully I get the video of the orbs that I took 2 nights ago so you can see for yourself and see that what I said was truthful, that these things came out. And some of you may have software that you can manipulate the video and make, give it more contrast, things like that, so you can really see it. Okay. Some of them you can see so clearly. I'm just going to get you know, extract the little bits that really have them pronounced, you know? Yeah. So I thank you again for listening. And yeah, you can share this video with friends, family members. Yes, you're welcome. Have a good, yes, yes, thank you. And those of you who want to support my channel, um, you may wish to donate to my PayPal Me account. To do so, you just go to my channel, Spirit Journey, and there is a banner on the page of my YouTube channel. On the right-hand side of it, you see my PayPal Me link. Just click on it and follow the prompts. Any amount would be greatly appreciated. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. Thanking you in advance. Take care, guys, and enjoy your evening. Bye bye.